Hey there, folks. I wanted to make a video today about what we're seeing with the terror attacks that are happening that people are calling possibly Iranian sleeper cells. And I want to explain why they're not. Iranian sleeper cells are going to be fairly knowledgeable and at least somewhat trained in how to create IEDs and commit mass shootings or mass attack with a vehicle, something like that. Iran is not sending out randos with no knowledge to just half butt make a non-working BOMB. That's not what these people are. If we have Iranian terror cells and they are activated and fulfill their orders, which isn't a guarantee, particularly with as bad as Iran's getting whooped right now. If you had a comfortable life in the U.S., would you want to just throw it all away so you could back those dummies up while they're getting annihilated and probably won't be in power in another few weeks? Or would you rather just act like you didn't get the order and, keep going out clubbing and working your job? So there might be some sleeper cells that don't don't wake up. But if they do, if there are sleeper cells from Iran, probably trained by the IRGC, if not actual members of the IRGC, if they activate and go to commit terror, you will see terror attacks that take the lives of dozens of people, maybe hundreds of people. Could be more. But you're not going to see two midwits throwing BOMBs that don't work and trying to run away on a sidewalk in a busy part of the city and not hurt anyone but themselves in the process. That's not an Iranian sleeper cell. That's someone who's been radicalized, probably online, maybe at a local mosque, maybe at their local college. They've been radicalized. Maybe they grew up in one of these countries and moved to the U.S. and they're not being real successful in life, and they're hearing all the nonsense that certain group of people like to spread, and they think they're gonna, this is their ticket to Allah or their path to glory or their duty or whatever it is, whatever they've convinced themselves in their little crazy minds. These are wannabe sleeper cells, wannabe terrorists, wannabe jihadis. And some of them have killed people. More of them will. It's inevitable that there's not going to be injuries and deaths from these people at, one point or another. But that doesn't mean that they're a sleeper cell that's been trained by people who do this for a living. Like the Quds, that's what they do. So they train terrorists and jihadis to do stuff like that. So they're not going to be so incompetent. So these are copycats. These are people who have been radicalized. Wannabes, mentally ill, losers. But these aren't sleeper cells. If a sleeper cell is activated, you're going to know because they're going to be somewhat competent. And there will be mass casualties. And they're probably not going to be caught alive. They've probably got a plan to figure out a way to go out fighting so they can get to Allah quicker. Because, if you go out fighting, doing jihad, that's like, your golden ticket to, your 72 virgins, which is Muslim code for children. And, yep, so we haven't seen sleeper cells yet. Let's hope we don't. Let's hope they say life's too good here for me to go spend the rest of my life in prison fighting for these chumps in Iran. But we'll see. Thanks for tuning in. I'd love a like, share, subscribe, comment. Tell me I'm wrong down below. Tell me I'm ugly. Tell me a bad joke. There'll be an email and a Cash App in the description. Thank you. God bless.